Greetings to everyone. This is Virishna, son of Muthu Krishnan, currently studying Master of Professional Science in School of Applied Technology, Corporate and Policy in University Malaysia, Sintok, Kedah, Malaysia. So my title will be on the effectiveness of model digital youth as youth empowerment through crime awareness, a case study of South Malaysia. Well, throughout the world, crime is something that's predominant, especially among the youths. Therefore, Malaysia also included in this tag setting. So we are very interested in these studies on crime awareness among the youths because it's really something that will help the youths to embark themselves and become someone better. Because as you know, for every nation, youths are the most important, all the fundamental people who can go up and make the nation become something better in the future. So in this study, we look into the how awareness programs among the youths can be significant in raising awareness for the youths so that they will not commit crimes in the future. Something we have to tell you is that sadly, most of them do not know that what they're doing is violating the law and is called a crime. So hence, awareness program, especially among these youths, would have helped them to be more aware what is crime, what they're doing is wrong or not. So in the future they can be someone useful, they know what they're doing, and they will try to avoid involving themselves in the crime. So the study is about on 20 students at College Genius in France, Selangor, Malaysia. They pick up youths from age of 18 to 22, what we call emerging adults. So how we measure this effectiveness is through the questionnaire, experimental design, research design. We have this experimental group and control group. We will test the scores using the fully structured crime awareness evaluation questionnaire. So therefore, the study is expected to provide a model on how to raise awareness on crime effectively among the youth. As well also hopes that this kind of awareness model will be useful instrumental to support the youth to get more knowledge about crime in the future. As for introduction, we all know that empowering the youth through crime awareness is very essential, not only in Malaysia but throughout the world. It's all been said by Coker 2015 as means to reduce victimization after combating the criminal. Okay? It's supposedly that such awareness program can be a useful tools in reducing the crime rates since it can concentrate on the crime and the resulting effect regardless what is it. So the youth can be more aware what's going on around them. This is according to Kenshaw and Model. Crime awareness programs are significant restraint and protective design to empowering would be offender or victim. Youths are integral part of community. Their voice and the future of any nation. So we really need some programs to move on to this kind of youths. Since they don't have the awareness, it's really linked to the negative side of it. They're doing things without the knowledge, they know what is going on around them. They simply just involve themselves in anything that as long as makes them happy. Some are not aware that things can lead them to something wrong, and at the end of the day they will end up in prison. Motivation. Crime destroys youth time impact, as I mentioned before, and according to NGO and Jai Shankar 2017. Crime results in youth leading to prison at age is prone to desperation and can also become more aggressive to survive prison. When a normal person couldn't survive in prison, like what else go through weeks to have daily experience to face the world. So therefore, it's responsibility of every citizen to work positively to reduce crime and victimization according to Mohammed 2015. Hence, we hope that this study really will help to develop a youth crime awareness model that will enlighten and raise awareness among the youth in crime. Next problem statement. A few problem statements here. Okay. Problem is that youth in Malaysia have the highest rate of crime committed, yet youth in often times unwell, not informed what is criminal or not. Okay. Second, awareness program can have significant enhanced knowledge in youths. Second, empowering the youth in crime awareness is very crucial, since the statistics on crime committed throughout the years from 2015 to 2008 is keep on getting better. Oh, what shall I say, is getting more significant, which is really worrying us. The rate of recidivism of Malaysian youth also is getting higher. You can see in 2016 is 7.6, and it's going up to 7.8 in 2017. And even though Malaysian Welfare Department has reported that offenders, especially sexual offenders, are not being reported to the police, okay, because of their loss of confidence, and they are not aware, and they don't know what to do when they are being victim of sexual abuse. Therefore, the previous researchers have just focused on teaching and discussing particular crime. However, we see this important to discuss throughout everything which involves in crime awareness, so that the youths know more about what is crime, and they will be more aware in the future. Okay, this is a conceptual framework. You can see that how to empower youth adults is through cybercrime awareness, sexual abuse awareness, and drug abuse awareness. Which is, we divide into three categories, which is cyber comes under the commercial crime, sexual abuse comes under the criminal crime, and drug abuse comes under the narcotic crime. So contribution. We hope this study really will contribute to our Royal Nation Police, PDRM, okay? Raising awareness through the emerging adult, which is the youths, has seen as something important to Royal Malaysian Police, because they couldn't afford to go and educate every youth in Malaysia, since the population in Malaysia is supporting something like 29 million. So okay, it's not only enough to focus things on schools and college, because some youth are not enrolling themselves in the tertiary studies. So we feel that through this study, it will be useful to the Royal Malaysian Police, since they have the significant, they have the number, but we couldn't come up with such modules that can be used to teach this youth on the knowledge of crime. Okay, literature review. We have taken a few researchers, example Abdullah, SPH, Potter, Talib, Tim, and Brad. We want to research hypothesis. We have three hypotheses. The first is emerging adults in Malaysia can be empowered on crime and victimization through crime awareness model. There's no mean difference in crime knowledge before and after intervention for the test group. Third, there's no mean difference in crime knowledge between day 1 and day 16 for the control. Next, we're going to research objective. First, to build a crime and victimization model for emerging adults in Malaysia. Second, to determine if there's significant difference in crime and victimization knowledge before and after intervention for the test group. And third, to determine if there's a difference in crime and victimization knowledge between day 1 and day 16 for the control. The research questions, there are three also. First is, how can emerging adults in Malaysia be empowered on crime and victimization? Is there a difference in crime and victimization before and after intervention for test group? And third, is there a difference in self-control between day 1 and day 16 for the control? Research methodology. This, as I mentioned before, the study is focusing on adults and polygenous transgender to investigate impact on knowledge enhancement. The study used on pre and post test for two groups. This is the test group, and another one is a group of control group having 10 participation. The youth awareness program shall be carried on the test group. Elsewhere, for the control group, it will be the no intervention. No intervention should be carried out. Each session will have an average of 90 minutes. The test group and control group shall be given the pre and post test. The study shall measure the level of knowledge on crime using the poly-structured questionnaires which are like with a Likert scale with 5 categories. We move on findings and analysis. The current study expects to create a crime awareness model that significantly enhance knowledge about crime in emerging Gulf in Malaysia. The expected study with experimental group shall be knowledgeable and empowered on crime through the intervention programs. And lastly, the study expected also crime awareness model to be accepted and handy to use in Malaysia, such as future studies to test in external validity of the model so that it can be benefit to the use area. To the conclusion, basically the study is discussing how digital youth program is going to empower the Malaysian youth on the crime and victimization. We hope such studies can be beneficial because we see that awareness program model is very essential, it's vital to create a better environment for youth to know that what's going on, what is crime, and how they can combat against a crime. It's so important for them to become a good and better citizen to Malaysia and to the world. That's only my position. There's a reference from a few of the authors. It's the list of the reference. We came to a question and answer session. That's only from me. Thank you very much.